Hi there, my name's Josh, and today we're going to take a look at how we can use Alive to find bugs while we develop and iterate really quickly as we build up these programs. So what I've got here is a little stub method which we're going to fill out. And what we want to do is read from a CSV file and load up entries in that CSV file into a list of type person and just return this list to whoever calls this. So we'll take a quick look at the user data that we're going to be manipulating, and we can see that we've got a first name, a last name, a birthday, and a phone number. Nothing particularly special about any of these items, and we can see that we've got about 101 of them to work with. So we'll go ahead and get started. And I think the first thing we're going to want to do is just load this up using a stream reader so we can start working with it. So we'll do a new stream reader, and we'll pass in this path to our file. And we'll start Alive on this method so we can see what we're doing while we do it. And we'll load all the lines into an object here. So var lines is equal to sr.read to end, and we'll just read up the whole string since it's not that big. And we can see, yep, we've got all the data and it looks fine. But we want the lines, not everything in a single string. So we're going to split, and we'll split on the new line character. So each new line entry will have an entry for here, and we can see that we've just got a flat list of these guys here. So now we can iterate over each one of these and hopefully create a person based on each one. So for each of our line in lines, now we can see that we've got all our entries in here. We've got a first name, a birth date, and their phone number and all that stuff in there. However, we can see right off the bat that there's this header field that we probably don't actually want. So we can go ahead and just instantly skip that one. So skip the first entry. And there, we've sort of caught a bug just while we're throwing this program together. And now we can see that it looks like the other entries look more or less okay. So we'll keep going. What we're going to want to do now is split each line on the comma. Our split entry is a line dot split, and this should let us look at all of the pieces of the line and sort of load them up into a person. And we can see sort of a problem here as well. We've got Xantha Elliott, born on January 1987, and a phone number, and then we've got this empty entry here, and it looks like if we go back up that, yeah, we've got a trailing comma. So whoever threw this file together left a comma at the end of every line, which can be kind of a pain when you're working with this data. So we can see that right away. We can actually know that there's an overload in split that allows us to pass in a set of options which we can ignore empty entries. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll just pass in string split options. Remove empty entries. Now hopefully we should see that, yeah, we've just got our 4 main options, and that's all we care about. So we'll go ahead and create a new person. And we can load up the data into this object. New person dot first name is equal to split entry, and it's the first item. And we'll do that. This person object, by the way, is just a very simple data transfer object class with fields for every one of the fields in the CSV. So we can go ahead and start filling that up. So last name is equal to birth date, and we've got a phone number as the last item. And then we'll just correct these indexes. And now we can see, yep, Xantha Elliott, date of birth and phone number. And everything's sort of looking good. However, Alive tells us there's some kind of exception happening here, and it's saying that there's an index out of range exception. It looks like all of these entries parsed fine, but when we get to the end, it looks like there was an empty entry. So we can see here there's 101 entries. That includes the header, that doesn't include the header. So if we stopped skipping, we'd probably see 102 there. So it looks like there's an extra entry at the end, and it's probably because of a trailing new line similar to the trailing comma problem we saw earlier. So we can fix this bug right off the bat and just take 100. Or if you're not sure of the size of your list of your CSV, you could just do this based on the count and ignore the final entry. So that's great. Now we don't have any exceptions. The last item comes in and it looks fine. So we'll go ahead and add our person object to our all people list, and now we can see that we should be returning everything correctly. However, it's not very interesting to take a toString of a bunch of people like this, so we can actually just really quickly jump down to our person class, and we can override toString. And when we do that, we should start to see that we can put whatever we want in here. So we'll do return first name plus space plus last name. And now we've got a list of all of the people and their names there. So hopefully this helps show you sort of how we use Alive and the kind of iterative design and iterative sort of programming style that you get out of it. Once you've got this really quick feedback loop, it makes it really easy to go back and forth and really get close with and understand and learn about the data as you're programming with the data. So we've just opened a 30-day trial. It's on our website. Check it out and give Alive a shot. Thanks for watching.